Are you ready? Are you ready? There's something on me. Well, I've got a mustache, and now so do you. Check the mirror. Wouldn't that be crazy if my YouTube videos could mustache people? My name's Drew Monson, if you've never been here before. This is my second channel and my last resort. I just came up with that. I hope you enjoy it. I just talk for like maybe an hour, maybe 30 minutes, I don't know. I don't edit the video even if it's boring, even if I'm struggling, even if I'm being tortured emotionally by you. And why would you do that? I don't know. Okay, what? Listen, I'm having a weird week. I wanted to say rough week, but that felt like, oh, boo-hoo. But I am feeling like, uh-oh, I'm a baby. You know, you ever feel like, wait, I made a mess in my diaper. You ever feel like that? Sorry, never mind. One second, I'm so mad at you. In moments like that, I start imagining my parents watching these videos, which they do. But you know what? They'd actually be fine. It's not like they're unfamiliar with the idea of me using a diaper. I was under their care until the age of 18. I still am, just emotionally over the phone a couple times a day. How you doing? No, I don't call my parents that much. I've actually been isolating a lot recently, and this is a cry for help. You ever just realize like, oh, I haven't been like leaving a 0.2 mile radius of my apartment for like a long time. Because usually I've been having a weird time in that usually I'll go a little bit crazy around like 11 p.m. That's just life, you know? I'm used to it, I expect it. Lately it's been like 6:45 until 3 a.m. Like, just that staticky, like, weirdness that won't go away. You try to start doing something, you're like, no, I can't do that. You try to start doing something else, no, that's wrong too. Like, I just keep, I don't know. What do you do? I might have said this before, but what do you do from like 9 p.m. to when you fall asleep? Maybe you should just go to bed then, but I've never been able to figure that out unless you have like a husband or a wife, a partner. What do you do? I don't know what to do. I can't watch TV. It's too hard. I can't even watch TV anymore. It's difficult for me. I don't know how to explain that. I can only watch shows about bank robberies or like people being held hostage. Is that good? Also, one of my male friends texted me recently. I say that because I'm proud. I don't have that many male friends. And I let them, hello, is this my male friend? Because he hadn't texted me back for a while. And I was like, where'd my male friend go? And then he told me that him and his girlfriend watched my videos together on the couch. He didn't say on the couch, but I imagine that they're not in separate chairs. That would be crazy. But just shout out to them. Hope you're enjoying the couch. Why don't you cuddle up a little bit? I'm kidding! Come on, tuck her hair behind her ear. Show her she matters. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to my male friend's partner. I respect you so much. Thank you for taking care of my sweet little male friend. By the way, what do you think? Do you like, why did I do this? You know what, I know why I did it, because I thought it would be interesting. It's why I do anything. But I think, you ever just need, like, I needed to spice something up in my life right away, like, stat, or I was going to explode, quite frankly. Like, something needed to happen, and this happened, and I've had it for a couple days, and I pop into the mirror, take a look, and I go back and forth. I don't know. You know what the problem is? There's not enough hairs. There's only like maybe 120. There should be thousands, like a dad. Do you know dads have over 1,800 hairs on their mustaches? That's why they're so angry. They're just overwhelmed. It's a lot. Like, if you ever see a dad being mad at somebody in public, just go up to him, give him one of these. He will fall asleep in your arms. It's what he needs. You don't like it? Okay, fine. Okay, what do I do? Shave it? Pack up the little baby hairs into a plastic baggie? Mail them to you? What if I did? No? Why? Because you live with your parents? Your mom would be mad? Sophia, what is this? Mom, it's only one mustache. It's not like he's gonna do it again. It was a one-time thing. Okay, Sophia, but if he sends another, you're out of here. I already got you the Crocs that you wanted. Don't mess with me. I won't mess with you, Mom. Thank you, Sophia. Hey, Mom? What? Nothing. Sophia, what is it? Sometimes I love Drew Monson more than Dad. Sophia, go to your room. Anyway, oh, by the way, before I forget, I have new merch. Take a look. Hopefully I'll remember to put a picture here. If I put a picture here, I did a good job. And I didn't enjoy it. I hate editing videos, so just know I did this under distress. But what do you think? I'm gonna sign CDs and tapes if you want them. The CDs are already like half sold out. I wasn't expecting that. So if you want one, Maybe you should get them. It's only been a day that I put them on Instagram. And one of the shirts is the background of my video. Those are like all the things on my wall. So I had an idea. Halloween 2023, be Drew Monson, put a mustache on. I'm Drew from that video in August. This is his wall, this is his face. What? That's someone at the Halloween party. Someone tell her to leave. She's not making sense. That's what I imagine your life is like. Is that what you go through? How are you, by the way? What's going on? You're shaking a little bit. There's something deep, dark underneath the surface with you. I can tell. I have a lot to talk about today. By the way, little tip if you're not feeling motivated. I wanted to make a video, and then I ate some food, and I got like upset and felt tired. No, I don't mean that to like inspire people not to eat, but sometimes it does go down the wrong pipe. Like, in a mental way, you know? But then, you know what I did? I turned on that song Green Light by Lorde, took 2 walks around the block, I'm back. It feels good. This video is not sponsored by Lorde, it's sponsored by my merch. Come on, get a shirt. You don't have to. By the way, don't get my merch if you're broke. Sometimes people buy it and they go, I just spent my last $15 on you. Don't! You need ice cream, I swear. It's okay. 1 second, I'm scared of you. You're really freaking me out. There's something wrong with you. I'm kidding, I'm talking about me. Okay, first things first. Well, first I had to have a little bit of a snack. Isn't it great living alone and having nobody to share your life with? I mean, no, in general, but you can just keep dipping your spoon in your nut butter. You know what I'm talking about? Nobody cares about backwash. It's just me, myself, and I. Fill it up with spit, I don't care. Sorry, I don't actually mean that, but it's kind of like, you know, not clearing you don't have to clear the history on your personal laptop. Nobody's ever been on my computer before besides me. Why would I use incognito mode? I do. Why? Am I hiding from myself? Yes, always. Anyway, by the way, if you never watched these videos before, I just make a list of things to talk about like throughout the week. I have a lot. Some of these might have to be on my Patreon. I gotta get through this because I have a lot to tell you. I just want to make like a personal PSA, a PPSA. This is almost too obvious to say. You'd think that we all know not to say this to each other because nobody wants to hear it, but you'd be surprised by how many people will wrap up this clear insult as if it's like a care package. You know when people do that, they're like, I'm just looking out for you. And they say something that like hurts your feelings and like, why wouldn't it? One of my friends saw one of these videos and their response was, oh my God, you look so tired. Which like, listen, they didn't lie to me. That's fine, you know? And at the same time, like, if you tell me that I look so tired, good. Now you know the truth. I'm tired from my life. I find it tiring. I don't know. Also, I've had bags under my eyes since I was like 16. Like, I think these are written in permanent marker. I don't know what to do. And also, if I look tired, okay, as if I'm gonna be like, oh, I'm supposed to get sleep? Like, clearly I'm struggling with it. What now? All I can think of is NyQuil. Do you want to give me NyQuil? Like, what's gonna happen? I don't know. I'm a tired looking man. Isn't that in? Isn't looking tired kind of like the thing now? It's like, it's kind of bedroom pop vibes. Also, don't say this to me. I don't want to just make this a list of things you shouldn't say to me. Maybe I should though. Maybe I should send this to people before I come friends with them. Just DM people out of the blue. Hey, do you want to be my friend? Watch this first. They're like, you're talking about a diaper. No, keep going. 3 minutes in, 3 minutes. How long has it been? Is this 7 minutes in? I have no idea how long I've been talking. But anyway, don't say this to me. And I know that when I say this, you're gonna be like, Drew, that sounds like it could be true. Why don't you look inward? I do. I look inward constantly, too often. But when people tell me that I can dish it out, but not take it, has anyone ever said this to you before? I know they have if you're watching my videos. I just want to say, I can take it. You just don't give me credit for when I'm taking it. I take it all the time. I take it when you don't even realize that you gave it to me. I swear, sometimes I'll be hanging out with a friend who's like pretty mean. You know that feeling. And I will just take it for like an hour and 45 minutes, stone-faced. And nobody, they don't go, wow, you can dish it out and take it. Nobody says that. They bring it up the second that you can't take it. And it's not even when I'm like crying or screaming or making them feel horrible. Someone will just make a joke that they know is too mean and I'll go, hey, that hurts my feelings. Oh, you can dish it out. You know what? I'm leaving and I'm taking my backpack with me this time. That didn't make sense. Sorry, I keep turning up, you don't care. I had an Uber driver, by the way. I don't know how to tell the story because I feel like it won't exactly make sense, but he was from Iran and he was talking about, first of all, how like, I was like, do you like Iran? He's like, no! He was very honest with me. He was like, if you went to Iran, and by the way, I'm not saying this is my feelings, but he said that I would kiss the ground here and would finally realize how lucky I was. He was aggressive. I loved it. But he was like, how old, first of all, he was like, how old are you? I was like, 28. He was like, you look 16. Let's be honest. I don't look 16. Take a look at me. I don't look horrible, but I do not look 16. But I was like, I don't drive. And he was like, oh, this is why I'm done with this generation. He goes, this is why I have to retire. Which is just like, sometimes people say things, I'm like, what? That didn't connect to what we just said. And I'm the king of not connecting to what we just said, but like, don't put that on me. You're in your late 60s. That's why you're retiring. It's not because I'm not getting behind the wheel. He was so funny too, like, it was like he had a catchphrase. I don't know how to describe it. Whenever there was a lull in the conversation, or either of us would stop talking for like 5 seconds, he would just go, yes, my friend. Yes, my friend. I loved it. That's an example. I might have to say some of the stuff on Patreon that he was saying because I just don't want to like have YouTube take my ads off. Somebody told me I talk about my Patreon too much. Listen, you don't have to go over there. It's fine. It does exist though, and it belongs to me. What else did he say though? I can't remember. He was being funny. I met a funny guy. I went to Spirit Halloween. Oh, this is kind of fun. I went to Spirit Halloween. That's the whole story. Okay, this is actually kind of funny. I went to Spirit Halloween. I was walking around and one of the cashiers comes up kind of secretly with a little bell. And she goes, I'm gonna ring this bell. And everybody say, happy birthday, Mindy, okay? And I was like, is this really gonna happen? She goes back, she goes, ding, ding, ding. And there was like a little pause where everyone was like, are we really gonna, happy birthday, Mindy! And then we started singing happy birthday, Mindy. I danced around a little bit. It was fun. By the way, turns out I'm famous at Spirit Halloween. I got recognized 2 times at Spirit Halloween. And one of them was shaking. I don't think he just had a tremor overall. I think I did that to him. He's watching the video. No, I have a problem. Don't flatter yourself. What else? Do you like this video? Are you okay? You're good, right? Because I'm just talking, but you're looking at me like I did something crazy. Wait. By the way, getting recognized is weird because I feel like I talk so much about like my insecurity and anxiety, but at the same time, I do, like, I would say every other time or every time that I go out, like one person comes up to me and is like, oh my god, you are so handsome in like a wild way. How can I get in contact with you in the future? Have you ever considered modeling? And they've never seen my videos. It makes me nervous. I'm reaching out for help right now. I don't know what to do. Should I model? Just kidding. I was just saying if you were paying attention. But no, people like I'm somewhat used to it, but I kind of feel like, okay, this is like me overthinking, that maybe I should like be in like what if they're expecting me to be anxious and insecure? But I can't lie, when somebody comes, do you see the dilemma here? When somebody comes up to me at Spirit Halloween, I'm kind of like, hey, I'm on top, okay, you think I'm cool, right? I'm kind of like puffing out my chest, like, yeah, all right, you want a picture? Nice to meet you. But then I'm like, oh, they were expecting like anxious Drew, so maybe I should start being like, what? Me? Oh no, I'm having a panic attack. Ah! And then they'll start filming me. Yay, he's doing it. Okay, what else? Okay, tell me if this is funny. Tell me if any of these things are funny. Why am I yelling that at you? Why am I yelling that at you? If I was Taylor Swift's friend, I would be so jealous. I just was like sitting down the other day thinking about that. Like, I don't think I could handle it. I would be so passive aggressive, and she'd love me, of course. She'd be obsessed. But I'd be that friend who's like, oh my god, Taylor, you are taking over the world, girl. But like my eyes, like I'd be mad. She'd know. And she'd give me less money than her other friends. She'd be like, all right, Drew gets 15,000. Terry, you get 32. You've been very respectful. Drew, you're hilarious, but you're hurting me. Girl, you are killing it. Do you feel like the coolest person ever? Oh my god, I saw you on TV again, Taylor. I watched your music video. It was nuts. How do you do that? I didn't know you could dance, girl. Okay, that has to be at least... By the way, I thought it would be cool if I read my Airbnb reviews, because I stayed at a few Airbnbs last year, and these are not... You ever look at like your eBay reviews, and you kind of feel like they're lying because they just want you to be like a customer again? Because it feels like, okay, I didn't even do it. Sometimes I'll buy something on eBay, and they're like, the best customer I've ever had! I need him to come back into my life! And I'm like, I literally just pressed buy it now. That's all I did. Okay, these are my Airbnb reviews. I feel like this is kind of fun. Okay. Lovely guest. Smiley face. Not bad, right? Drew is a wonderful guest. Great communication. Okay for the people who think that I don't communicate well. Nobody says that. Very clean and respectful. I respected a woman's home. Drew was a great test. I think they meant guest, but wait, that is a weird typo because test has a lot of different letters than guest. Drew was a great test. You think I tested you? You think this is all a game, honey? This is Airbnb. Low maintenance? Okay, that feels a little bit mean. Maybe I am sensitive. Low maintenance? Okay, I'm kind of like, I'm not nothing. You know what I mean? Friendly and courteous. Okay, I can't read. Excellent guest. Okay, this is boring. Thank you for staying with us. We hope to host you again. I love it. I really thought that would be an interesting segment of my video. Forget that happened. Can we go back to when I was being funny? I was walking around the other day at like nighttime. It was like maybe past midnight. You ever take a walk past midnight? You're like, no, I don't want to get hurt. Trust me, interesting things happen. The crazies come out, including me. You might see me out there, one of the crazies. But I had just like read a text or seen something on I don't remember what it was, but I was upset. I was like, something was, you know when you just read something and you're like, it just immediately starts, you just feel everything get a little bit bad. I was in one of those moods. And as if I had asked the universe for help, I had my headphones on listening to music, right? And I just saw a lady go, I was like, what? She goes, that 70s show. I go, what? She goes, you look just like him. I go, Ashton Kutcher? She goes, yeah! Is that not the nicest thing you've ever heard? I mean, he is like known as the slacker, but he was like on the cover of Cute Boy magazine for a while. He's like an entrepreneur now. Did you know that Ashton Kutcher is like a billionaire guy who like sits on Shark Tank with a notebook? What are you doing, man? Stop. Why don't you act like me again? Okay, also I gained a little bit of weight. Yeah, getting bigger. I just want to say that. I don't know. Why not? Why not? Okay, here's the thing. And I know people are sensitive to this topic, but here's what I figured out. Because I feel like you can either eat like things that aren't fun, never really like don't put fun sauce on stuff. Oh, I don't want to have this part of the chicken because there's too much fat. You can either be that and be like super skinny and have people go, you're so thin. Or you can eat fun stuff, not go crazy, because listen, I've been obese before, no judgment, and I don't want to be mean to myself in the past, but it's not super comfortable. It's a little tough, and also I have fatty liver disease. I'm trying to get rid of that. I have to take it easy. But I feel like I just want to find that middle ground where I have a little belly, because I'm eating stuff that is fun. I'm liking what I'm like. I cannot do this like only just, okay, but not too much rice, but not too much. I can't live that but not too much rice type of life. As much rice as I want. That's the promise I'm gonna give to myself, okay? Do you know what I mean? And people who, have you ever heard somebody say, don't eat grains? Don't eat, you know what? I'm gonna eat grains and I want you to leave. I want you to leave right now. I'm gonna have some grains. I'm gonna turn the lights off and have some grains. I don't know, sometimes people will say stuff about diets that I immediately get a little bit mad. I'm like, stop! Okay, is this a good point? Birthday cake flavor is popular because people are narcissists and they always want it to be their birthday. And the idea of it being their birthday thrills them. So even when they're having a little bit of ice cream, they want to, oh, today's all about me. No, it's not. You just had a certain version of vanilla. By the way, I had a dream that, this might be the most horrible dream, most embarrassing dream I've ever had. I had a dream that Bo Burnham died, and I immediately broke into his hotel room, took his laptop, and searched my own name through his text messages. And by the way, found, just in the dream, I'm not accusing him of saying this, a message of him saying, of course I watch Drew Monson's videos. I love them. And then one of his friends went, did you see the one that he made about you? And he went, yes, I thought it was an A+. That's what, as if people talk like that. And I was like, ooh. By the way, not even letting out a single tear about his death. Not saying that if Bo Burnham died, oh, I'd have some mixed feelings. Because first of all, my enemy would be gone. No, that's not true. You know that mixed feeling when your enemy is gone? God, am I being annoying today? I'm trying to think of how, oh, by the way, I was hanging out with my friend. I went to the bathroom. She was in the living room. And I came out and she goes, can I say something and don't get mad? Which maybe proves that the you can dish it out but can't take it thing is true. That my friends have to preface things that way. But I was like, what? And she goes, why do you open the door when you wash your hands? I was like, what do you mean? She's like, you use the bathroom, you open the door and then wash your hands. And I was like, what? She's like, I just leave the door closed for the whole experience. Like I use the bathroom, wash my hands, like it's all private. And I think, first of all, let me know, do you do this too? I don't feel like it's that crazy. And I think that it's because I'm lonely. Like I think that I want somebody to be hearing and seeing and receiving my actions and words and sounds as often as possible. And it made me a little bit sad. I was like, damn, I really can't even be in the bathroom. And I live alone, and I am alone a lot. I don't love it. It's not the best for me, but I don't know. I thought that was a little insight into my life. And I'd never thought about that before. Like, I mean, when I'm home by myself, I don't close the door at all. And I leave the window open, and I scream, I'm about to use the bathroom! I was in a plane recently to do my concert. I don't know if this story is funny, but the lady next to me, she was with her son, and he was like playing Nintendo, which by the way, this mustache is like Nintendo vibes, right? Like, it's a me, Drew. I'm sorry, it's been a hard week. But the plane landed, and all of a sudden, she was like freaking out. She was like, and she had this voice, she was like, okay, we're gonna miss our next, she was talking to the like flight attendant, she's like, we're gonna miss our next flight. Oh, can you guys tell them, please get them on the radio. She was like really having an anxiety attack, which like, I felt for her. I was like on her side. And then the people in front of her were like, oh, they overheard, they were like, we're on that same flight, it's actually delayed. And she goes, what? And she didn't believe them. She's like, it doesn't say it on my phone. And they were like, no, it's on our phone. And she was like, I don't know. And then she brings me into it because people started like getting, you know, people are so anxious to like leave. They're like getting their bags before people have even started going. And she starts looking at me, she's like, are you gonna go? And I was like, what? She's like, are you gonna get, because I can't be the last person off this plane. Are you gonna go? And then other people, like she was being so loud that everybody else started looking at me like ready for something to happen. Like they were like, what's he gonna say? It was like one of those, like they probably had their phone like next to their shoulder. Like, is this about to be viral? You know? And I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna go. Like I didn't have, and like, you know me, I could have said something sharp. I could have done a second channel video for her right there. What if I did? I'm just like, hi, my name's Drew Monson. She's like, what? Whoa, whoa, whoa. They escort me off the plane. The police come. All right, whatever. Whatever. I had a dream. Okay, this is just my last dream story. I had a dream that I acted with Philip Seymour Hoffman in a play, and it was really fun. That's the whole story. I'm sorry. By the way, let me know if this makes sense. You know when you're watching TV, like with somebody else, and they say like, oh, well, should we go? And then right after, the person on TV goes, well, should we go? Almost like they're doing a parody of you, and it's like, do you ever feel like, I don't know why, if this makes any sense at all, I don't want to bring it up. Like, I feel nervous to be like, wait, did the person on TV, because I'm afraid that my friend will be like, yeah, Drew, it's not that big of a deal. Yeah, I know. Like, I don't ever want to say that thing that both people are already thinking about. And because I have this one friend, I don't know if this makes sense, but we've known each other so long that the second I start talking, she'll go, I know. She'll go, okay. And it's like, okay, I know that you know what I was going to say, but like, let me finish. That's the story. What else? Oh, they said that aliens are real, and I don't care. I don't know why I don't care, but that doesn't matter to me. Let me know when they're like in my backyard. Let me know when they like get into bed with me. Otherwise, first of all, I don't believe you. Also, I just thought of a funny story. By the way, thank you. Like, I just want to say, I know this isn't my best video. I know I'm a little bit off. And if you're watching it at this point, I just want to say thank you for giving me the opportunity to like waiting for me to become funny and interesting. Thank you for having hope. And I'm sorry if it doesn't happen. Should I shave my mustache? Doesn't matter. Okay, on the topic of me not being able to drive, there was a while ago, it never ended up happening, but I was going to go on a date with somebody, right? And we were like texting. And I don't know if you know this term, but she goes, by the way, just so you know, I'm kind of a passenger princess. And that means like a girl who I guess doesn't drive and likes to be driven around, and that's like, I don't drive, like I'm the baby, like I'm passenger princess. And I didn't know what, I was just like, me too. Like, I don't know, like, sorry, we're both passenger, we better find ourselves a king. We're both gonna have to be in the passenger seat on top of each other and find a self-driving car, because I am a passenger prince, okay? By the way, can we just, how about we're both just adults? Some of the terms that people use just feel so like infantilizing, like, I don't know, am I taking it too far that there's something about like passenger princess? I don't want to judge her, because she was nice, but it almost sounds like you're about to say like, I'm a passenger princess, and if I get fussy, I might need my bottle, and you might need to drive me around a little bit so I can fall asleep. You know what I mean? By the way, this coming from the person who started the video 10 seconds in, started talking about my diaper. I don't wear diapers, by the way. But can we just both get in an Uber like adults? I'll pay for it. Is that good enough? Because I feel like there's something about like, I'm a passenger princess and I want you to be the big man. And that made me feel emasculated, like, I don't drive, I'm not powerful. But what if I have the money to like have us both be taken? Is that good enough? Maybe that math equation does it. When we're getting closer and closer to the apocalypse though, I think people really do want somebody, at least one person in the relationship who can like build some kind of shelter. Because at a certain point, your bank account does not matter anymore. And I don't want to play into the stereotype that like money makes people attractive. Because hey, look at freaking Mark Cuban. Sorry, Mark, I just don't like your haircut. Do you know who that is? Google it. Google Mark Cuban and tell me that's not a crazy mop. Do people still say mop to mean hair? What else? Oh, I had something to say and now I forgot. Wait. Okay, a few quick things. I just wrote, by the way, I was trying to fall asleep the other night and I had it in, do you ever think you have a good idea while you're falling asleep? You're like, remember this, and then you wake up and you're like, no. I literally was falling asleep and I went, Drew, you have to say this in a video. Milton Snort is a really funny name. So that's a message from half asleep me. Is Milton Snort a funny name? Let me know in the comments down below. Also, I think that the sentence, that was some hot sugar, could be fun to like work its way into conversation. So that's just an idea, like if you're talking to somebody, well, that was some hot sugar. Like if somebody, I don't know, if like you're hanging out with somebody and they're being kind of weird and then they leave, that was some hot sugar. Why am I teaching you how to be mean to your friends? By the way, my turtle, I'm not even kidding, my turtle tried to kill me the other night. I woke up with it on my face. I don't know how it got out of the tank. It was on my face and it was literally taking the bottom claws to cover up my nose and the other claws was taking two to cover up my mouth. And it was looking at me like, its little eyes was looking right at me and it went, it's time to end, Drew. It's over. Just kidding. I thought that would be kind of funny. The idea of my turtle just... All right! By the way, I think I've kind of talked about this before, but I think I'm talking about getting recognized too much, but this is sort of funny. Okay, because like I'm getting older and everybody else is too, let's face it, the people who were like actually little when they first saw me on YouTube, I think the math works out that they're now like old enough to work at Chipotle, which means that more often than not, when somebody knows who I am, they kind of barely do. It's like they're unlocking a memory. It's like when you see like an old commercial from, it's like when I see an old commercial from the 90s, I'm like, oh my God, the light bright. That's like me to somebody at CVS sometimes. They're like, wait. And I used to think that people were like, just wanting to not give me too much credit. Because sometimes people will do that when you're kind of famous. They'll be like, wait, what's your name? And I tell them, like, I've had friends before that are like, no. Like, they just won't do it. Somebody will be like, wait, what's your name? They go, Like they make them do the work. I'll be like, Drew. And you know what? I don't want to say Drew Monson because I never know. Maybe they know me from school. I'll be in a really insecure mood sometimes, and I'll go, "Oh, do I know you from high school?" And they'll be like, "No, I'm 17. Like I don't know you from high school. You're my teacher, more likely." No, I guess I wouldn't be their teacher if I'm a celebrity. Oh my God, the fact that I'm Ashton Kutcher, I'm dead, Mark Cuban. But somebody the other day. Well, so, okay, people have been telling me that, like, oh my God, you were my entire childhood. Oh my God, I loved you when I was a kid. Which is, like, very touching, but at the same time, like, okay, you know when you're watching a movie and they show, like, what actually happened, and then they first show, like, what the character saw, like, my perception that's kind of overblown, and then they show the person, like, what really happened. It's kind of like that. Like, they actually said, oh my God, I loved you when I was a kid. I'm hearing, oh my God, you used to be so good. Then I stopped because you got bad. And what's wrong with that mustache? Are you okay? You look bad. Tired boy much? Like that's what I'm hearing. But this girl, I went to Dunkin' Donuts, which by the way, horrible hash browns. I know you shouldn't get hash browns at Dunkin' Donuts. That's a mistake on my part. But they put like little green salad pieces in it. I know that's a very like baby boy complaint, but don't put green salad pieces in my potatoes. Okay? Do you mind? I'm eating a salad. Wait, I'm not eating a salad. But she goes, I'm just gonna keep filming. The fact that you're watching this right now does mean something to me. I wanna be your childhood. What? Let's go back in time. Let's insert me into all of your old memories. You swinging with your parents, I'm on the floor. What? What? Should I DM Lorde? I just had that in my head because I love that song Greenlight. Okay, honestly, I said should I DM Lorde, but yesterday I did. I'll show it to you. I just thought it would be funny that I would have a video title, like right away. Even if she saw the message, boom, Lorde saw my DM. Phone, blurring out the actual message. You know? And I put, hey, it's Drew. And I just thought, what if she was like, what if immediately she's like, hi? Like she sent a voice message, hi. What does she sound like? What if I DM'd Lorde right now and she sent back a picture of me right now from a different angle and I looked and she was just in the corner, hi. Is that a good Lorde impression? What was I saying? Oh, I was at Dunkin' Donuts having their, by the way, Dunkin' Donuts should put out a public apology for what they did to the potato. Those hash browns are awful. And I hope that an employee of Dunkin' Donuts is watching this and changes things. You need to start a revolution. Hash brown wise. Not the whole thing. We're fine. America goes off. Anyway, she goes, wait, what's your name? Wait, she goes, all I remember is that you have glasses. I was like, well, I could have told you that because I'm wearing glasses right now. Like, okay. And then she goes, wait, Drew and Brian. Like she thought I was part of a comedy duo. Can you imagine? I'm Drew, he's Brian, and we're Drew and Brian. Now let's make funfetti cake. I imagine that we're like bakers in that reality. What if that's an actual reality somewhere out there in the world, is that I'm part of a YouTube team and I'm like a lot happier. Like Brian is speaking of male friends, I don't know anybody named, is anybody even named Brian anymore? I would say there's like a 1% chance somebody named Brian is watching this video. Mostly because 89% of my audience is female. Don't giggle while you say that. 89% of my audience is female. Does that mean I'm smart? Does my mustache make me funnier or like scarier? Like, I'm wondering if like none of my jokes, everyone's just sitting there like, I don't know, something about this mustache. It's not happening today. I'm having fun. I sent one of my best friends a pic. This is a story about being seen, okay? And I hope it means something to you. And I'm gonna sit back. I sent her a picture of like this, wait, let me see if I can find it. Okay, just watch me look through my camera roll for like 10 seconds. It won't take that long, I promise. I do take a lot of pictures though. Okay. Oh wait, I have to show you these two. Wait, before I get into this. I was at Target. Okay, I hope I don't get taken off of YouTube for this. But I'm not making fun of people. By the way, I am obsessed with diapers. I'm not making fun of people who wear adult diapers, but something about the photo shoots that they do for these pictures, I just love these guys. Like, by the way, good for him. He got a job, but I couldn't stop thinking about all of these guys just being in like a band together. By the way, he knows what he's doing. You're being cute. Stop. I love this one. Like, the idea of just be like, wait, which male diapers, which adult diaper should I get? How about the one with the hottie on them? Because maybe I'll look like that. Okay, I took 2 pictures of this guy. I said, how about one more? I said, keep posing, I need another. Am I the only one? Okay, maybe I'm just being mean. Imagine that that's your dad. And you're just at the store, you're like, I don't want to look anymore. I don't want to be, okay. Wait, let me find the picture of the ice cream. I took a picture of my ice cream and I sent my friend this picture. I said, will you still be my friend if I just ate all of this ice cream soup? Which is, I don't know about you, I like a nice half-melted ice cream. I'll pop it in the microwave for like 23 seconds. Like, I'll go crazy. I think it's fun. I like to slurp some of it. Because I like milkshakes, but I don't have the time to I don't want to buy a blender. Because if I bought a blender, it would only be for milkshakes, which is like totally respectable, but something about that feels kind of depressing to like go to Walmart and be like, I know what's gonna happen with this. And you know that eventually, if I had a blender, I don't trust myself. I would be like, ooh, what if I put my glasses in there? Oh, I bought this shirt. What if I put my shirt and have a shirt glasses smoothie? Like, you know me. That's a horrible story. Not a story, actually, just an idea. But she responded with, I said, will you still be my friend if I had this ice cream soup? Which, be honest, does it seem fun to text me or is that really annoying? And she goes, good night. And I go, it was like 3 p.m. I was like, what? I literally, for a second, I thought she was like mad at me, which doesn't make any sense. But I went, wait, what do you mean? And she goes, you told me that every time you have ice cream, you take a nap right afterwards. And I felt so, I literally responded, I was like, it's so good to have a friend who really knows me. And she was like, thanks. I don't know, it was just a really touching moment. Like, she remembered that. Isn't it great when somebody remembers something about you? Because isn't it horrible when somebody doesn't remember? When I've had friends where you tell them like a big thing. Like, I told like somebody I've known since I was like 3. I was like, well, and then my stepmom died. And she was like, you had a stepmom? I was like, that was like 10 years of my life. Like, you're being insane. You should be carted away right now. Like, you either had a brain aneurysm or something's going funky in our friendship. I watched a movie the other day that was so horrible. Wait, I shouldn't say this. The baby was knocking its head against the crib, but it was like animated and it made me giggle a lot. Why did I tell you that? Also what I said, what made me laugh the most when I sent the picture of the ice cream soup to somebody else too. And they went, I love that you used portrait mode. And that just made me laugh because I didn't think that they would notice, but just being called out for being like, you know what, let's go portrait with this. Looks be real in the comments. Does this look good? Is that something, by the way, that's a gluten-free, dairy-free, those do you ever get into having desserts where it just lists, a lot of the foods I eat, it's like, every allergen-free, no nuts. And they list so many things that you think they're gonna be like, doesn't even have food in it. Like, no calories. Like, what is this? What is this? It's usually like tapioca. By the way, did you know that peanuts aren't nuts? They're legumes? Is that how you say it? By the way, did you know that legumes is a stupid word that upsets me? And cashews aren't nuts either. Almonds aren't nuts. But the biggest offender in that category is peanuts. Because you called it peanuts. How about you call it peanuts? That's so stupid. And the fact that I'm going to upload this to YouTube, you know what? I'm going to bleep it out. I'm going to bleep it out because I'm afraid they're going to take my ads off. I need the money, you guys. I need the money. Do you ever worry that you aren't really yourself, or the yourself that you started out with, and different souls are dipping in and out of your conscious, your body, and it feels like the same brain, and you still have, but sometimes I will just sit there on the couch like my male friend and his girlfriend, and I'll be like, this isn't, I haven't been doing this for that long. Isn't that kind of scary? Do you ever think that? I think that I've only been this for a year. Tops. Because I don't even get it. Sometimes I'll look in the mirror, I'm like, this guy? I swear I used to be somebody else. I was a little girl in London, and I didn't have a family. And it was scary, but I had some nice friends, and I enjoyed. If you're watching this right now, I'm glad that we can have fun together. Excuse me. Oh my god, sorry. My adopted British son must have heard me doing a London impression. By the way, I wasn't even doing a British accent. Son, how did you even notice that? I thought you were playing with race car. I'm not. Sorry, this is my adopted British son. If you've never seen my videos before, I adopted him when he was 20 and I was 25. It was the closest age gap. Wait, no. I adopted him when I was 20 and he was 15. Now I forgot my own catchphrase. It was the closest age gap adoption ever performed, and if you ask us, life is a performance. Thank you, Dati. I just wanted to say, I DM'd Lord from Greenlight the song and from Royals, and she's replied, son, no she didn't. Show me your phone. No. Son, you have to show me. That was the rule. If I got you the iPhone 14 Pro Max, I get to see all of your messages. Yes, Dati, and I don't like that, because sometimes my friends and I talk about deep feelings that I don't want Dati to know about. Son, you're 21 years old, why do you say, I don't want Daddy to know about? Like, you sound like, not to be rude, but you sound like a kid. And you are my kid, but you sound like a kid. Like, do you walk around the freaking store with that mouth? Why am I being mean to my son? Whatever, Dati, I'm going back to play race cars. Okay, race cars? You bought them for me, Dad! You bought them for me! You said I had to play with them 3 hours a day, or you'd be hurt. You started crying and you told me to play. What about me? I just decided, I thought it would be funny if I also had an adopted southern son. This is my adopted southern son, Zachariah. I adopted him when he was 23 and I was 28, which is what I am right now. I got him last week. Introduce yourself, Zachariah. Well, my name's Zachariah. I'm adopted. I'm 23. I'm Gen Z. I'm Southern. I love TikTok. I love absurdist humor. I love deep fried memes. I don't know if anybody wants to like play iMessage games. You know, I'm just a person. Just keep it cool. Don't be rude in the comments. I will be reading them. So if you have a message for Zachariah, and my name is biblical. I know that's crazy, but once again, my name's Zachariah. Okay, Zachariah, you've already introduced yourself like 3 times. We get it. By the way, I didn't name him. It's like when you go to Petco, they're like, this is Susie. Really, you're gonna give me a cat named Susie? Well, she's already named that. By the way, you can call a cat or a dog anything. They just want food. I'm sorry if you think your cat knows its name. I just made like 12 people so upset. It's not true. Your cat knows. Cats are actually really smart. You know how I know that? Because sometimes they scratch me, and I deserve it. Whenever a cat scratches me, I'm like, you're right. No, you got me good with that one. I feel like it happened. Like I became funny. This is what happens. I make these videos, and I feel like I suck for like the first 20 minutes. And I know that some people are like, oh, this is not a good one. They click away. But you, the person who kept with me, I don't want to love myself too hard, but yes I do. I feel like the last 15 minutes, I was on a roll. I went on a run, baby. Like, I could charge admission to this. The fact that this is free makes total sense. It's not that good, actually. Oh, by the way, I was looking at the weather. Is anyone else obsessed with the weather? I just love the weather website. It just gives me everything I need. Like, I think I just like looking at something where it's like, what's the answer? Like everything else on the internet, it's like, what happens if you eat this and it's actually 3 days old, but they said it should only be 2 days old, and it's like, well, my son died doing that, and someone else is like, you'll be fine, I've been doing that for 45 years. Oh, I just remembered something. I was gonna tell the story of how my toilet wouldn't flush. Everybody turns off the video. I'm good. No, this'll be funny. Wait, oh, I was on the weather website. I don't know if this is funny, but it said sunny. Like, you know how they put a little like phrase? I just love the way they word like how they describe the day's weather. Sunny, a nice reprieve from the typical heat. I just felt like that was too opinionated. Like, keep it neutral here. Don't put your own, a nice reprieve from the typical heat. How do you know how I feel about it? I'm a heat addict. I don't want a nice, if I was writing the weather, I'd put sunny. Sunny, but not sunny enough. Give me some more heat. I love heat, and no reprieve necessary. Anyway, I used the bathroom the other, it wasn't even my fault, but the thing wouldn't flush. And it's my biggest fear, because number one, I don't like getting involved with my apartment management at all. I don't want them to know, my dream is for them to forget that I live here. My dream is for one day, someone to knock on the door and be like, oh, this is my apartment. I just signed a lease. And I'm like, no, I live here. That's not my dream. That sounds stressful. But you know what I mean? So it wasn't flushing, and I started freaking out. And you know when it's not, and you're just like so grateful that you didn't flush again, because I don't know if you've ever been in a situation, some of the worst moments of my life where a toilet starts overflowing, like there's nothing you can do. You just have to hope it doesn't have enough water to like get into the rest of the house. That happened at my friend's house once. She still brings it up. I was 14 and scared. Jessica, you're horrible. Just kidding. I love you, Jessica. Seriously, you've been there for me for a while. This is just, skip ahead 15 seconds. This is just between me and Jessica. Jessica, the fact that you've always been there for me is crazy, because I'm crazy. Okay, thank you, Jessica. You can leave. Don't watch this, it's personal. This is between me and my YouTube viewer again. Jessica, get out of here! But that happened at her house. Anyway, my toilet wasn't flushing, and then I start YouTube. You ever do this? You Google like how to do something, like in one of those videos where it's, this is the only example I can think of. Like a video that you only watch like in an emergency. Like all I had to eat was like canned chicken, but for some reason I didn't get the one where you just like rip it off. You had to have a can opener, and I don't have that. I'm not eating freaking Chef Boyardee. I don't have a can opener. I'm not a freak. Sorry if you have a can opener, but get your life together. Literally the opposite. If you have a can opener, you are smart. But I was Googling, I was watching a video that was like, emergency, how to unclog your toilet, because I didn't want to call them. And first of all, I called like a plumber. I looked up it was Sunday, which means that the maintenance people weren't even here. And I looked up and I called a guy, and the Yelp reviews, you know that a person on Yelp is good when the people in the reviews, I don't know if this makes sense, but to me, when they use their name, because everyone was like, Luis was very helpful, and I'm like, okay, Luis, he introduced himself. I trust that. So I called Luis, and he was like, okay, well, listen, it is, for an emergency visit, it's going to be $399, which, by the way, that's great. If anyone has ever paid that to have I was thinking about it. I can't lie. But wow, it really is 2023. $400, and you know that he would just be like, and it would be done. Like, I'm just too stupid to know that all you have to do is go, you just have to make that noise. All you have to do is go like this. The best joke in the world. Don't you think? Making your tongue your lip, making your tongue your upper lip is a really funny joke. Why doesn't anyone agree with me? Anyway, he was like, okay, well, I usually, he was really nice. He was like, I tell people this on the phone. And he goes, because, you know, I know that's a lot of money. I feel like he was kind of manipulating me. Like, he wanted me to be like, oh, well, and now that you say that you understand it's a lot of money, why don't I just give you my security code and expiration date, sweetheart? Haha, Luis. No, I love you, Luis. No, but he started using words that kind of like calmed me down. He was like, a lot of people think they need to really go in with the plunger, but just do little pumps. Do small pumps. And something about him saying small pumps really like made me feel better. I get what all the hype was about. I started doing small pumps, still wouldn't work. Then I watched a video, and I started watching these videos of people being like, here's how to fix your toilet. And you know when you watch something like that, someone's telling you how to fix something, a lot of times it's like a computer error, and there's you look at the comments and it's like, oh my God, 3 years of my life, every day, I've been miserable, I couldn't fix this, but you, sir, like the people who are just so happy and this video saved them and it's still not working for you. Do you know what I mean? Like, everyone is rejoicing. Yes! And then the replies, me too! How do we get this man to be president? I love thetoiletfixer.com! And it's still, I was doing small pumps. I was alternating big pumps, small pumps, big pumps, small pumps. Still wasn't working. One of the websites told me to put baking soda. I literally walked to the store, got like a toilet fixing kit, baking soda. I put dish soap in there. It literally was a potion. Like, I had a bubbling toilet. It was... Anyway, I got my maintenance people on the phone, and he was really nice. He came by. He literally walked in with like the biggest, it looked like something you would, like, I was like, are you gonna do gardening in here? Like, what is that? It was like a rake. And I was like, okay. I didn't say that. I was like, okay. He's like, you called me. What do you mean, okay? Just kidding. He literally takes like how often do I say the word literally? He took like 7 seconds. All I heard was flush. He goes, all right. I go, thank you. When somebody does something like that for you, and by the way, I've tried to tip him before, he won't take it. He says he can't. What a world we live in. Yeah, that was a brag. That should be the title of my video. I tried to tip the maintenance guy. See what happened next. Doctors hate him. He tries to tip the maintenance guy. But I felt like I needed to, like, I didn't want him to leave. I want to be like, wait, can you sit down with me for a second so we can talk about how much you just changed my life? Because that toilet's been flushing ever since. Am I the only person that is like, because the second that it wouldn't flush, I was like, this is all my fault. I used too much toilet paper, and I've always been scared that there's like a giant mound, like somewhere deep underneath or like a little bit past my toilet in the plumbing system, all because of me. And the one time I put paper towels in there, there's like, it's just everything, like I'm going to ruin the sewage system in the entire city. Anyway, that's all. I actually ended up having fun making this video. Thank you for watching. I'm gonna do the names of the people who pay me $30 a month or more on Patreon. So I'm gonna go sing those, and I'm gonna talk on Patreon a little bit more. So yeah. I don't know what else to say. I hate saying goodbye. It's so tough, especially when it's you. 'Cause look at you. Your freaking shirt. I don't know, something about you. I'm like, you're like, hi. It's like, it's like, you're sweet. I mean, it's not like you're young, because you're 24, right? Or you're 30? You're 39? And the fact that you don't have bags under your eyes, but I do, what cream do you use, honey child? What do you think of my mermaid? I'm not showing her little things. You are so crazy. Sorry, I have to go. Okay, that's it. We're taking off the mustache. Aren't you glad you watched this long even when it was boring? Because honey, you're in the bathroom. This is crazy. My second channel place takes in my bedroom, you freak. And now I'm in the freaky, I'm gonna stand in the shower. What the heck? I have this little picture of a woman using paper towels to tell people that when they get wet on their hands in my bathroom, they should dry it. Anyway, I just think it's time to get rid of it. Why did I, okay. I feel like I never really learned how to shave. I put most of it in my mouth. Okay, cause you know in a movie they're like, very like delicate. I'm like I think that I'm not trying to hurt myself, but I'm taking a risk the way that I shave. But I'm gonna do it in a nice way, okay. By the way, mustaches are so funny cause like, you can't have them on accident. Like, I don't know about you, but whenever I see somebody with a mustache, all I can think about is them going, yeah, that's right, get rid of the rest, cause I'm a guy with a mustache, and it looks good. Cause you don't have a mustache cause you like forgot to shave. Like, oh shit, a mustache sprouted. No. I wonder if anybody actually does have like a hair disorder where like they only grow a mustache. That'd be a good deal. A good deal. Why are you watching this? I'm gonna edit it. You know, I don't edit these videos, but this has gotta be boring. Why didn't I edit it? I said I'll... Alright, who wants it? Should I mail... Wait, is it illegal? Can you mail razors? No. Yeah, that's like a whole business. I bet there's one freak out there who'd be like, who would use it immediately all over their body. I just want a little bit of Drew on me, on my problem areas. My problem areas? What am I talking about? Want to see my electric toothbrush? Hey, now we know more about Drew. Isn't it crazy? Like, I look like something about having facial hair and then not. Like, you look like a little baby for like 2 hours. It's like,
Why do I keep calling myself a baby? You know what I think it is I've been struggling and I want to be cradled. I want to be cradled, I want to be taken care of. I'm not going to be, no one will, no one ever does. But I want it. I need it. I know what you're saying. Drew, take care of yourself, take care of yourself. I'm not good at that. That's the whole problem. That's why we're in this situation in the first place. I actually have not been good at taking care of myself. I've got like a whole list of like, I'm at like one piece of clothing left in my laundry. Like it's those vibes right now. If you give this video a thumbs up, I'll do my laundry. Okay, great. Now people who hate laundry aren't gonna like, don't give it a thumbs down if you don't like laundry. Please, please! Just kidding. I'll sing the song now. Okay, go to my Patreon. By the way, gray shirt, blue pants. Should we execute him? Just kidding. Go to my Patreon. By the way, I filmed the Patreon video when I still had a mustache. So, because I finished that part and then I shaved it. This whole thing is all mixed up. But if you missed the mustache, go over there. I talk about more things that the Uber driver said that were offensive and it's not that interesting. Why do I always, the second I promote something, I'm like, buy my merch, except the fact that it sucks. My merch is actually comfortable. I spend more on the softer shirts because I care about you. I literally was, okay, 1 second, let me find, I know this is making you nervous. Sorry. Oh my God. You ever move one thing, then everything moves? That's the worst part of life. I have like pills in my little kitchen like cabinet and there's like 10 bottles of pills because I'm nuts. Just kidding. I just don't throw away the old ones. And every time I open it to like get a little tea bag out or something, they all fall down and every time I pick them all back up and put them right. It's like my life is just dominoes. Like, why do I do this? I'm just setting myself up for failure. Anyway. They literally, I just started playing and they started doing the lawnmower at my apartment complex. Fine, call it a backup singer. I hope that's all right. Cameron McRae. I have to sing louder. The people this month, they get more than their money's worth. I'm screaming at a lawnmower. Cameron McRae. Cameron McRae. Jillian Ashley, hey, hey, hey. Robin, Mick and Kiefer, Maddie Tynes, Jordan, Mila Maria, Jenny, Cannibal Kira, Paige, I'm a human too. Chris Crosby, Isabel Morales. I sound like Post Malone. I just watched Post Malone's Tiny Desk concert. Not a great voice on that sucker. Sorry, I don't mean to hurt him. If Post Malone watched my videos all the way to the end, that'd be crazy. Post, hit me up on Cash App. Andy, Sarah Jane, Didn't that feel like the end of a symphony? I ruined it. Isn't that one so much prettier? This one's like, This one? Like, come on. You should literally get a piano just so you can go like this. Don't you kind of want one? You want one now. Damn, bringing the gift of music to the kids. Are you a kid? Are you a freaking kid right now? Get out. Go talk to your mom. You should not be... Okay, sorry. I just heard my water... I'm hungry. I think I need oatmeal. I want oatmeal. Okay, sorry. Okay, the lawnmower is going absolutely hog wild right now. But last time I did this, I forgot to say somebody's name Josephina, and I said that I would say their name twice. I think I said, did I forget again? Wait a second, 1 minute. I don't think I did, but Josephina, you get your own song. And it's gonna be sweet and small. Oop, that's ugly. You're not ugly. I don't know, I've never seen you, but there's no, if you watch Drew Monson, you're not ugly. Like you're, at the least, you're unattractive. That's not good. Josephine. Imagine like a bunch of like men in like military outfits for no reason. Josephina. Who are all those men? We're here to protect you. I'm fine. What is this, a freaking play? Sorry, Josephina, I turned your song into a play. I guess I'm just a creative. Thank you, everybody, especially Josephina. I really need oatmeal. Impression of me when I don't have my oatmeal. Just absolutely on the ground. You can clip that out, send it to your friends. All right, have a good one.